Welcome, welcome, and welcome. I'm going to have to change the camera around a wee bit again. If you tuned into the last video, we totally just had the headphone jack in, and that was dumb. That was dumb. But now, we're back. We're going to do it all again. I'm going to weave my gongly arms about until the video looks smoother. That's how technology works. Yes, Doctor Who is back on the Twitch, which I'm surprised and very, 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 very excited about. If I've not got audio on this time, you're just going to have to wait there in silence while I show my knobby teeth and go like this for quite a lot of the video, and we'll just do it tomorrow. But Twitch has Doctor Who back. Very, 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 very exciting. Didn't know it was coming back. I just saw on the Twitter. They were talking about it being on, or like, I can't remember who tweeted it, but like I was like, what? And it was pretty much like how it happened the first time, because last year, in the middle of the blazing summer, that probably wasn't that blazing, I was sitting there and someone was tweeting about how the youth were watching William Hartnell episodes of Doctor Who, and I was like, what do you mean the youth are watching them? Are they going out and they're buying the DVDs? Have they got that magazine where you get one classic Doctor Who story a month or a week until you build up your collection? Because apparently that existed, and I missed that. Like, I went into charity shops recently, and there was just a big pile of them, and I was like, oh, I had the Doctor Who magazine, they did the New Who, but it was all the individual box sets. That's a vibe, but I already have all the individual little things up until a certain point anyway. But like, they had just like classic episodes in them. It was mental. Go out into charity shops. There's just Doctor Who out there for you to find. Or, better yet, go on Twitch. Go to Twitch for free and sit and bathe in the warmth of the community. The community is lovely. That was half the fun, because like, I've seen most of Doctor Who, and I've pretty much seen all of Doctor Who now thanks to Twitch last year. But half the fun was just sitting there, bantering along with the chat. Never once commented in the chat, because that would mean you'd have to log into Twitch. But there's a lot of great memes. A lot of great memes. London 1965, of course. Bologna sandwich. No, salami sandwich. I've already forgotten it. Christ. Yes. This video series, which I feel like I probably took more time to outline last video, that doesn't exist anymore. This is just going to be me being like, aye, so this is what's on Twitch tonight. You should probably go watch it. It's Classic Who. They're showing all of Classic Who again. It's super, super hot. Last year, they had a format that I think was better. It was a better format last year, but the situation is a bit different this year because they've already streamed all of Doctor Who last year. So not going to be as zeitgeisty as it was. But if you've not seen Classic Who, this is the place to go. It's free. Because like classic Doctor Who DVDs and now the Blu-rays that they're putting out are quite expensive. They're anywhere from like £2 to more than £2, which is probably a bit much for DVDs in this day and age. Like HMV's going, so you will just be reliant upon whatever Sainsbury's gets in. Because Sainsbury's are a wee bit of lads. Sometimes they'll get Doctor Who DVD box sets in, and then whatever's in your local Kex. And I know we could probably go on some sort of mad lads rager across the land to all the Kexes to pick up an entire collection of Doctor Who DVDs, which might be something I should do later on in life. But I mean, later on in life, between now and whenever the last Kex shop closes. I don't know how you prefer to call it to people that are watching. I say Kex because I'm not a monster. You could say CEX or Computer Exchange, or if they want, I think they want you to just say sex shop. I think that's what the workers at Kex want, but it's no happening. I forgot what my point was, but Twitch is on. It's doing a format where it's 12 straight hours of Doctor Who, which is maybe a little bit much. Last year, it was like 6 hours. It was half that. It was a manageable amount of Doctor Who. And I know saying 6 hours of Doctor Who might sound daft, but Classic Who is a strange beast. It's little it's like half-hour episodes, usually 4 or 2 in some cases, the later on you get, or 6 or 8 or 12 half-hour episodes stitched together. I say stitched together, it was a serial. Like, that's the, that implies that it was never meant to be that way, but it was. It's not all 45-minute episodes, so if you've not watched Classic Who before, saying 6 hours is more manageable might seem a bit daft, but it was, because you could, instead of being over a course of the month, which is what they're doing here, it's just a hot January of nothing but Doctor Who, day in, day out. Last year it was it like 2 months? Was it 3 months? It was a good chunk. It was a good chunk of the year last year. I remember it. My memory's not great, but it was like a hearty month and a half, 2 months. It was a good chunk. And this one's like more of a marathon. Like, it is, if you want to see it all, you're gonna have to be dedicated / know how to work the internet and like record thing. Is it legal to say that? I don't know. I don't know anything about streaming. It's magic to me that they're even doing what they're doing right now. But what's on? Because this is what the question is. This is why you've tuned into the video. What's on Twitch tonight? Well, I've taken a wee screenshot. Got a wee phone that I'll have a wee look at here. Well, I can light myself better with that. That's cool. I mean, I know the video looks like crap. I quite like it though, because I'm very blind as it is, and I like the kind of blur. But anyway, what's on Twitch? Oh no, don't leave the page. There we go. What's on Twitch this evening? Well, you've got An Unearthly Child, the first episode, which you've already missed, because, well, goodness knows how many hours into it already. Even more now that I've had to do a second video. And then Daleks, Edge of Destruction, Keys of Marinus, The Aztecs, which, if you watched the last video, when I got to Aztecs last time, I was just like, Aztecs! And then just kept talking about Aztecs for an hour / 15 minutes. And then the Sensorites. Oh, they split. What are they doing? What are they? Oh, they're like split. The Sensorites is episodes 1 to 4 today, and then tomorrow starts with the Sensorites episodes 5 to 6. That's weird. I hope a lot of that doesn't have to look at the proper schedule. A lot of that doesn't happen because I suppose it's like a cliff. Like, it's more in the vein of a cliffhanger because it'll bring you back. You'll be sitting there and you'll be like, "How does the bloody Sensorites end? I need to know." But Unearthly Child, if you've not seen the first episode of Doctor Who, like the proper first half hour of Doctor Who, you need to, because it's a good episode of TV. Like, it's weirdly modern for how ancient it is. Like, it's properly like a 60s episode of TV, but it's got like such a pace to it. I don't know if that word came across right, because it didn't come across right in these years, so goodness knows how it translated to digital. But yeah, the first episode has such a pace to it. It's like really like punchy, and like it sets up like the format of Hartnell's Who really well. And it's got like cutaways. Like, it's got like, I want to say Family Guy style cutaways, but it's got like bits where they ask Susan questions. Susan is the Doctor's granddaughter, if you didn't know that. I don't know why I'm coming at this with like, oh, you've only seen New Who, so you only know what Classic Who is like. We've all seen Classic Who. We know. But like, they asked Susan like stuff, and she like, there's like a cutaway. Like, it's really like good. It's a really, really, like, you could sit there and watch it. Like, it's very, because like, I feel like folk will be like, oh no, it's like a really dull one where it's just a setup and like they don't even go to any fun places. It's just like them in London, and then like William Hartnell like just kidnaps these people, and it's foggy. It's very foggy. I love the fog, but it's worth a watch. I feel like a lot of people on YouTube are like, if you want to call yourself a self-respecting Doctor Who fan, you have to watch An Unearthly Child. Should I mute? I'll probably like mute Facebook so we don't get any beeps. Can't believe I got a beep. This isn't professional. Can't believe it. There we go. I'll not be having any beeps from here on out. I've got a wee bookshelf here that has like a wee square of Doctor Who content, and I feel like that's a good backdrop. I feel like we're going up in the world when we've got backdrops. This is my terrible wall. You'll be seeing a lot of it. It's very beige. There's like a line going down it here. I don't know if you can see it, but there is definitely a line there. Unearthly Child, it does go like super breakneck hard into cavemen, like immediately. Episode 1, banger. Like, would not hesitate to call episode 1 of Unearthly Child an absolute classic, self-respecting banger. But it does go hard into cavemen. Like, it sees cavemen and it just slams right into those cavemen. And if you're not up for the cavemen, you might not watch the rest of the episode. But that's the glory of being on Twitch, because you can just sit there and watch the chat, rip it to pieces, / lovingly joke about it, you know. Those cavemen. Like, it is just cavemen. I feel like they get fire, or they're trying to make fire happen, and then the Doctor like tries to murder one of them. Early Hartnell stuff, and / I guess Hartnell stuff in general is weirdly not the same tone as the rest of the thing, because they were finding the show. Like, they were literally just making it with a fiver and a bit of hope every week. And they were finding stuff out. Like, the Doctor isn't necessarily like big hero Doc. He was gonna murder that caveman with a giant rock, which, you know, I'm sure that wouldn't have had any like implications for the rest of humanity throughout time. You Time Lord. But aye, it's a good time. It's a good time. And then like you're sitting there and you're like, oh my god, just end. These cavemen just end. And then I'm vaguely certain, without glancing at the schedule, I'm vaguely sure it just goes straight into bloody Daleks. They have that whole thing when you watch Doctor Who documentaries about how like they didn't want any bug-eyed monsters, because they were like, no, that's like lowbrow sci-fi. And then like they immediately like ran into the problem of making like a weekly sci-fi serial, and they're like, right, someone go out and get me some bug-eyed monsters. And then they got the Daleks, which are incredibly iconic. It's weird. It's cool. It's cool that we've got the Men of Momentum coming off bloody flip-flappers, coming off Resolution, which should have been called Resolution of the Daleks, whatever you want to say. It's good that we've got Dalek momentum, because, you know, you can go watch the newest episode and then you can go watch these episodes. It's great. I don't know. I quite like Daleks, but I'm a bigger 2001, 2000 AD Dalek Invasion of Earth man. Those Peter Cushing films are something else. They're very good. I don't know. I've not watched them in recent years, so I hesitate to say they're very good, but they're a hell of bank holiday fun time. You know, it's bank holiday. They get shown on Channel 5 as well, because Channel 5 doesn't have the rights to show Doctor Who. It's a BBC thing. But those Peter Cushing non-canon Doctor Who films, though, they will snap them up. And I must have seen Invasion of Earth a good lot of times. I've not actually seen the Daleks episode that many times. It's a bit of a slog, to be honest. A lot of Classic Who's a bit of a slog. I know this is a thing. This is a show that exists to sell you on the fact that you should go watch, you know, Twitch right now for 12 hours / 24, because they're doing a repeat where they do the 12 hours again. So you can just sit for all hours of the day. You can watch Doctor Who at all hours of the day for free. Oh my gosh. I'm not a good hype man. I'm not a good company man. I can't sit here and be like, yes, just watch the episodes. Watch them. I can't. It's just not who I am. I think fandom should be like that more. You know, it's either like we hate this thing or we love this thing, and it's like universally good or universally bad. Can you just like join me in the middle where it's fine? Like it's fine. Things are fine. Fine. My eye goes like this. Daleks is good. We're talking about it on Twitter. There's like they get the Daleks right just immediately, and I know that's weird to say because it's like the first thing that they did. Of course, they got it right. What else were they going to do? But like you can go back and watch a lot of sci-fi things, and they're like a lot of fiction in general, and it's not quite what it is yet. And there is bits and bobs of that in the Daleks, but you know, like there's static electricity. That's the main thing, really. That's the main thing. Their voices are there. Their voices sound amazing. The Dalek design is iconic. There's a lot of cutting about Scarrow. There's a lot of like men in tights being the Thals. A lot of great like Terry Nation like that. Like I'm not here to sell you on the fact that Daleks is amazing. You know that Daleks is amazing. Eyes, close the eyes. Edge of Destruction. I feel is like that. Is that? I feel like I watched that last year when I was sick. I get sick intermittently, just like be sitting there, I'm off work and then I'm sick. And I feel like I was sick for like a good hot 5 minutes, and I was watching Edge of Destruction. Is Edge of Destruction that one where it's just them in the TARDIS, and like they flip a switch and everything goes wibbly, and then the Doctor gets super power? This is where we discovered that I don't have the best grasp on First Doctor episodes, which is something that the Twitch Marathon can help you with. Because if you don't know much about these early episodes or any episodes of Classic Who, you can get in there and educate yourself. And then you can go be like, I think you'll find Edge of Destruction is that one where the Doctor gets superpower and almost murders those people. I feel like it's not long as well, mercifully. Classic Who is great when it's short or when it's at 4 episodes. That's kind of the sweet spot. When it gets 12 episodes long, when we get to Troughton and his last one, and it's the War Games, and you're just like 5 episodes into a 12-part story. Look, I'm sinking. When you get 5 episodes into that 12-part story, you'll be feeling it. Like it's a good time, but yeah. Prep, get sandwiches, look at the camera in the right direction, and remember to drink your fluids. I remember Edge of Destruction being fine. It was fine. That's our watchword. It was fine. I wonder if you can hear me when I whisper. I wonder how manic I seem. I'm just having a good time. It's because I'm on a swivel chair. I own this swivel chair. I forget that I do. And then when I get on it, I'm like, ha ha. I bet the young people and old people and people of the same age as me find me very cringy, which I find very funny. Keys to Marius, that's the one with the cut about, isn't it? They cut about and go places, and it's like a fetch quest. Is it like a political drama? I watched it last year. Like, I hadn't seen Keys to Marius, and it was one of those ones I will be mispronouncing every episode of Doctor Who. So if that's something that you can't handle. But Keys to Marius, Calgar. I remember the monsters being cool. They were like wetsuit folk with milk carton heads, and they're all sprayed black. That's that one, isn't it? We want some like audience participation going on here, where like the chat just scrolls down and it's like, no, Craig, you're just wrong about all the things. Please stop acting like you know the things. We'll get to bits that I know, and I'll be like, 2 on the side from an A. That's a good time. You can see the wires there, eh? We'll get to Destiny of the Daleks in like half a month, and I'll just be sitting talking to you, trying to convince you that Destiny of the Daleks is an absolute banger that needs to like be recognized, and you will hate me. It's mainly because it's kind of bad, but great and very pink in my mind because of the DVD case. But that's not what tonight's about. I feel like my goal for this video, it's quite cold in here, so I'm shivering. I feel like my goal for this video was to just do 10 minutes, but we're halfway through the list of what's on Twitch tonight. What's on Doctor Who on Twitch tonight? The Aztecs! How could I forget that the Aztecs was on? See, in like 8 hours when the Aztecs is on, and it's like 4 a.m. That math checks out. When it's like 8 hours from now and Aztecs is on, this is my pick of the night. My episode to watch. Go watch the Aztecs. The Aztecs is a banger. I can sit here. I can let you know. And I've just worked out the chair's probably creaking, being very off-putting. But go. We'll just sit very perfectly. Go watch the Aztecs. Go watch the Aztecs. The Aztecs is great. It's a classic historical. It's a classic historical where it's the Aztecs, and Aztecs things happens. And to the best of my knowledge, Barbara becomes like the queen of the Aztecs for a hot minute, and it's great. Yes, you have to be in a specific mood, a specific frame of mind to enjoy an early Hartnell First Doctor era proper historical. But, and this is a big but, I'm getting beeped, so I wonder if this is me. No. I thought the sound was off again, but it's fine. You have to be in the right mood for it. But that mood, specifically, is 4 a.m. on Twitch. Trust me, stay up. I'm sure school children, you didn't have things on tomorrow. It's Sunday tomorrow, so you'll be fine. Stay up, get yourself some snacks, maybe some crisps, maybe some sandwiches. Get some crisp sandwiches, right? Get some bread, get some crisps, preferably like meaty crisps. I want to say, get some McCoys or some hearty Walkers. We're just going to say brands until they start funding us. Get some Walkers, sprinkle it, butter, lots of butter. I would, and this is an advanced technique, trust me on it though, get mayo on there, slather it with mayo, and then squish it in, do the like squish so it crushes. I'm instructing you here. I would cut it into triangles because triangles famously taste better. Get yourself some milk, and then some chocolates. And if you have time, get yourself some Billy Bear as well. And it's optional if you want to put the Billy Bear in the crisp sandwich, which, now that I think about it, I should probably have said, put the Billy Bear in the crisp sandwich after the fact. That's key. And then stay up till 4 in the morning and watch the bloody Aztecs. Because I did. And that might be exactly what I did last year. Might be exactly what I did. And you'll have yourselves a good time, because the Aztecs, my pick of the day for what's on Doctor Who on Twitch today, is a hell of a time. Can't actually remember why. I think it was just mainly the vibe of like nothing technically happening and it being a super just historical episode. They should do more of those. Remember when, what was it? Was it Punjab? Was it Demons of the Punjab? I can't remember. This series of Doctor Who had an episode. It might have been Rosa. I can't actually remember. One of these episodes might have been... it was the witches. The witches looked, from the advertising on this episode, this season of Doctor Who has been terrible. But from the advertising, it looked like the witches might have been a pure historical, and that might have been the first one in forever. And I don't know why I want there to be a pure historical, because I don't like pure historicals all that much, even though the Aztecs is a banger. And like, I hope there's not some alien thing in the Aztecs that I just missed last year when I fell asleep, because you inevitably fall asleep 10 minutes into the Aztecs. Aztecs. I've said it so many times now that it doesn't sound right. But you inevitably fall asleep, and that's part of the fun. Also, Barbara being Queen of the Aztecs is great. She does good work. The Doctor's like her advisor man. Classic stuff. But I've lost my train of thought. I don't like pure historicals, but I like the vibe of them existing. And I like the possible threat of them happening in Doctor Who at some point. I should note that down, because we're doing a series retrospective of season 11. Season 11? Series 11? Don't know anymore. One of them is the American word for saying it, and I feel bad for using whichever one of those words it is. I feel like it's season. But yeah, Aztecs, pick of the day. Barbara. Queen Barbara. And I feel like Ian gets some great work. Yeah, he does like Mortal Kombat with people. Like they challenge him and he has to like fight them, and I feel like he does CQC at one point. I feel like in my memories, he like CQC's a man to the ground because he's like top PE or something. I'm working tomorrow, so I don't know if I can join you heroic few watching the Aztecs at whatever goddamn time it's on tonight. Good luck. That's what I say. Good luck. Get your sandwiches, get your milk, get your chocolate of choice. I would suggest a Freddo if you want the proper experience. And good luck. And I think the Sensorites is on after that, and I don't think I watched it last year, and I don't think I've seen it. Is that the one with like the kind of Ood people, or like does the Ood? Yeah, because like they're from the Sense sphere. I want to say I'm just patchworking stuff together now. That is a complete blank spot on my Doctor Who knowledge, which is a good thing because I don't know. I'm kind of perverse like that. I like not having seen things. There's a lot of Star Trek: The Next Generation I've not seen that I kind of don't want to see because I always want there to be more out there that I could see. I know. But It's also good in the way that, because Twitch is on, you can just go watch it. You can go fill in that gap. You could potentially go watch the Sensorites. I wonder if it'll be on. I suppose it'll be on when I wake up. I hope I don't overshoot it and then go back. This is where mapping out where and when things are on Twitch, because it starts at like some American time, and then I suppose you could work out vaguely when it's on. But if someone's got a proper schedule for Twitch, post it in the chat. Interact, eh? You know, you want to give us a wee like. We like doing there, eh? It helps the channel grow. Finger guns, oh, cringe. I like Doctor Who. It's good. It's a good time. That's what's on Twitch today. I can't say that we'll be doing this every day. I mean, I can. That's definitely what we're going to do. Come back tomorrow when we talk about what's on day 2. Yeah, I'll hopefully remember. Like I say, working, so anything could happen. I could come back deed tomorrow and be like, Twitch, I'm not watching that. I'm just going to my bed. I'm going to my kip. I'm going to be cocooned in my cocoona bed. Basically, just don't want to stop talking because there's 2 people there. Like, Christ, who's actually I know one of them's James. Hello, James. Good luck. But who's the other person? Who's the other 2 people you're watching? Talk in the chat so I can talk at you. Talk so I can make this video agonizingly long and not very good because it's already served its purpose. Twitch is back. I feel like I've covered everything and more that happened in that failed, aborted video where we didn't have sound because I left the headphones in, and I was gutted because I specifically told myself to take the headphones out so that wouldn't happen. I wonder the law on streaming books is. Can I sit here and read these Doctor Who books out dramatically? Is that fair play? I know that's not the term, but is that fair play, I wonder? Because these are out of print, and surely that matters. Surely that matters, eh? The person that made those doesn't have a license anymore, so is that a grey area? I know they're not out of copyright, but how does copyright work in that case? What if I read those books out, but changed the Doctor's name to the Professor? But then when Ace, because they're 7th Doctor ones, when Ace calls him the Professor, they have to then call. It seems like it would be some sort of minefield, but it seems that could be fun. I wonder if that's a whole strata of YouTube that I just don't know that exists. It's people dramatically, and I suppose undramatically, reading out books. I don't know why I'm cocking my eye like this. Is it because I'm tired? Streams are fun. I don't have to worry about storage. I can just prattle on forever. I should end. I should end and go watch Doctor Who because we're good like that. That's what we do. We don't get thrilled because there's literally 2 people watching. Look at my wee red face. Thanks, guys. You make this content happen by giving me self-worth. Hey. I was going somewhere. Yes. We have been doing Doctor Who podcasts. They started as podcasts, and then the last 2 were videos. And technically all of them were videos because I just used the video function on the phone, and the phone's cracked, so it doesn't capture video. It's a kind of a miracle thing because if you're tech people, let me know, because I looked up my phone, and my phone apparently doesn't have the chip to stream, so I don't know how it's been streaming, but it's been streaming audio, and now we've switched devices now. That's why we have fleshy video of a suspiciously low quality. I don't know why the video is so low. I thought we had a better device, but it's as bad as my laptop from 2008, which was pretty bad. In 2000, I didn't have a state-of-the-art laptop in 2008, and this visual is as bad. I know lighting's a problem. I'm sure this light directly above me is not, because there's a line right here behind the magic. But what was my point? We've been doing Doctor Who podcasts. We did one for every episode of season Series 11. If you want to know our opinions on that, I say it was me and David, the Girthcast, the Doctor Who podcast. We never ever came up with a name for it, but I feel good about that because we mentioned it in every single episode. Maybe not the last one, because there was such a gap between episodes, but every single episode it was a running joke. I say joke, it was a running thing where we mentioned the fact that we were very lazy and uncreative and didn't name the podcast, and therefore the videos had no like brand for people to get into or remember or get hooked on. But I did that. I had a tremendous amount of fun. I want to do more of them. I've got a lot planned in my brain, in my noggin, for this year. We're going to be doing, and the more I say it, the more it's going to happen. We're going to be doing primeval poddies. That's a video, that's a word you're going to have to get used to. Poddies. We make poddies here. Naughty poddies. It's a thing that spiraled out of my love of Fortnite, and I know none of these words are connected to Fortnite, but you'll come to understand what they mean. Podcasts, even though these are clearly videos. I don't know what to call them now that they're videos, because I know they're streams. Do we just call them streams? Like, it doesn't feel right. This is the Girthcast, and that's my personal branding because the word girth is funny and can describe toys because it's spread out of toys. The first of these videos will be long. That's what we'll tell ourselves. This will be a monster of a video where we just prattle on, where we plan out, we spread the good word of what's happening. Aye, we did 10-ish, I guess 11 podcasts about season 11 and our thoughts and our various opinions on season/series 11, and they were very mixed opinions. A lot of my personal experiences with the season were quite different from David and our other guests' opinions on them. I thought we would be closer. There was a lot of times, especially on Rosa, that was a very kind of divisive one, where I totally understand why we differed, but I thought, because I feel like we were quite close on opinion when it comes to like writing qualities, when we can see the kind of mechanics of things, and some, like, we can say that Rosa's dialogue was incredibly like torturous and cringy and like ploddy, and it was such a like plod to get through. Like, I'm not slighting the episode. It's a very like valuable thing that the episode Rosa exists, and it clearly affects people because it got really lots of views and people were talking about it afterwards, and it's a big subject, and it definitely should definitely I keep saying definitely. It defo should be something Doctor Who's getting into. So it's important, but I think the actual mechanics of that episode was bad. Genuinely bad. And I thought David would agree with me on that, but we differed quite a lot, which I think is good for the podcast. I think it worked really well. I think when I thought we would be agreeing, we weren't agreeing. So it was good for the material, good for the content. I would suggest that you go watch those videos. You plug for you there. Go watch them. They're good. / listen to them. Most of them are just visuals. Most of them are just audios. We did one last week / the other day. Time doesn't work right now because it's New Year's, or just the time afternoon. It doesn't feel like a Saturday. It does not feel like a Saturday in any way, shape, or form. Is it Saturday? Is it Saturday? Is that why Doctor Who's on? I was like, why are they starting on a Friday? Why is Twitch starting on a Friday? They're going to have to go off on the weekend, because they went off on the weekend last year. But yeah, it's Saturday. It's only just dawned on me now that it's Saturday. Is it Saturday? I think it's Saturday. Aye. So, why was I mentioning Saturday? Aye, it's been like some amount of time since we made that last podcast. And I was quite happy with it, and I called it a podcast again. Damn it. Since we made that video, I've been quite happy with how it went down. We got 30 views. Goodness knows how many times that's just James watching it over and over again. Top lad, James. Big shout out to you. But, yeah, it went down really well. I think we got better. There was definitely an episode in there where we got worse, because the the washing machine was on in the background. And the audio quality on that episode wasn't great. Whoever made it through that episode, you're a trooper. James, if you made it through there, good on you. Can't remember what episode that was. There was definitely like an ebb and flow to the series where like episodes happened and we either immediately had to talk about them, or episodes didn't happen, I guess you would say, and we didn't talk about them for like almost a week, and we forgot most of the things that happened, and we were talking about it together and being like, oh yeah, the Doctor did that, and oh yeah, Bradley Walsh was there. Like there was a lot of that. I'd like to get better going forward. We've got the visual element now, which I feel like is a big deal on YouTube. I feel like a lot of people, I think a lot of the young people like visuals nowadays. So that's something. I don't really feel strongly about it. I enjoy being able to wiggle my head about while I talk. It helps me pace my words. But anyway, we're going to be doing Primeval. I keep threatening it, and the more I threaten it, I feel like the more likely it is to happen. That's why you have to suffer through me saying, we're going to do Primeval. Primeval, if you don't know, was ITV's answer to New Who. New Who happened, I think it was a surprise hit at the time, at least for TV people, and ITV scrambled to get something approaching sci-fi onto TV. And I remember sitting there, wee Babby Craig, watching Primeval. I still have the DVDs. I went out and specifically got season 1 again because I don't know where that is. Went and got it for 50p out of the local Kex shop. And we're going to go through it. I don't know what the format's going to take. I'd love to just do one a week. I'd love to sit David down and force him to watch Primeval each week. And that's probably like pushing it. There's probably not enough in each episode to do that with, but we'll see. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to do this next 20 days. Make me do it. Whoever's watching, fans that are like, hopefully you're not some sort of bot that's found me, but like, yeah, if you are a bot, like, make me do it. Like, make me sit down for the next 20 days and we'll just talk about what's on Twitch. What's on the Twitch. And then we can just talk about Doctor Who, because it's a good springboard where we're like, oh, hey, that episode, Destiny of the Daleks, banger, eh? But we're going to do that. This is the big thing, we're going to do an end of season series review where we get loads of guests, loads of people, we do a proper round table, and we sit down and we dissect / regurgitate all of our opinions from the last 11 videos about the last 11 episodes. I think there's value in it. I know I've missed the window because most people have already done their big, shiny, not in 360p, professionally edited to take out all this terrible waffle videos. And that's fine. That's for them. That's not for me. I don't even have a proper thumbnail. It's me just going, hey! But that's fine. I've got like a top 10 Transformers of 2018 that'll probably get done by July. Pacing's fine, each to their own. I'm just thrilled that there's like 2 people. What is this? What is this 2 people all about? Mental. I'm not trying to drive you away by talking about you either. I know it's probably making you nervous. Why is he talking about me? Why is he talking about me? I'm only a person. I'm only a second person watching the channel. Eh? It's probably just one of my pals. It's probably David. It's probably James and David. They're probably over on the Facebook talking about me, saying, stop talking about the viewership. It's not professional. It's just not professional. And stop moving the creaky chair, but I can't. I have certain ideas for other episodes, other podcasts, and other Doctor Who related content. I should probably make a Doctor Who channel, because this is Craig's Girthy Toys and we are the Girthcast, but that doesn't really relate in any way, shape, or form to Doctor Who in particular. I forgot what I was talking about middle of that sentence. But yeah, there's a lot to go on. There's a lot to do. I'm pretty chuffed. Very, very happy that Doctor Who's back on Twitch. I think it's a cool little surprise. It'll get me through the January, the cold, harsh, early month of the year where we don't have any money and everything is sad. But Doctor Who's on, and we'll watch it together. Me and whoever else is watching. blessed 2 viewers. Big men, big folk. Genuinely can't stop talking. Anyway, see you tomorrow for whatever's on tomorrow. A more professional man would have also taken a picture of the schedule or would just bring the schedule up on his computer. But that's not me. Bye! Gonna keep waving because